people that ride bikes?
Well, an article recently in Daily Mail UK published a study from QUT professor Narelle Horwath. She's an Australian. Said the study, which questioned 442 people in Victoria, New South Wales, and Queensland, found 55% of non-cyclists rated cyclists as not completely human. She is behind a push to scrap the word cyclist and replace it with the term people who ride bikes.
Wait, so she wants to replace the word cyclist and then call it
Okay.
people who ride bikes. What the fuck?
Look, I think this is the thing when you do studies, and 442 people is not a big sample size. And now I know the studies cost money, but man, I'm telling you that 55% of people are just fucking trolling you. There can't be a genuine belief they're not completely human. Although I will concede that when I'm driving, when I'm in the experience of driving and I see a cyclist in the way, and it's a mixture of impatience and rage, selfish rage, because I just want to get to where I want to go.
Yeah.
And also this weird raging concern for their health, safety. Like, has that ever happened to you? You're like, this guy could get fucking killed doing this. This is fucking pissing me off. Just get the fuck out of the way. It's some weird mixture of selfish rage and it's frustrated concern for their safety.
No, that's a really good way of summing up, because you're like, fuck, I'd love to just plow this cunt right off the road. But then you're like, oh, it's a guy. It's like a piece of meat protecting like a little shitty bike. And you're like, fuck, man. Like, this guy has to like be here, and I want him to fucking move, but I'm also really worried about fucking hitting him and fucking hurting him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're literally stuck between those things, like, fucking move, and then, oh fuck, but he's a human being. I'm not thinking, oh man, he's a fucking dirty cyclist, you know what I mean?
But I think it could probably highlight something that is real, is when you're in the car, you tend to put yourself in this non-real. There's a non-real, like your state of reality is non-real when you're driving. I've noticed this, like people are driving away where they're really not acknowledging the danger of what they're doing to themselves as well. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, you become a different person.
Yeah.
I think when you manifest your most like irate, selfish behavior, especially peak hour morning traffic.
Oh man,
you know. So there's maybe you're not completely incorrect when you're saying that some people can view cyclists maybe in the moment as not completely human, but this idea that scrap the word cyclist and replace it with the term people who ride bikes. I mean, the article doesn't really go into too much detail, but when I think about it, is how are you gonna enforce this? Is this just a recommendation, or are you gonna try and do speech control? Like, are we living in 1984? Like, you think that what difference would it make if I said people who ride bikes? I'd still be thinking while I'm driving, that fucking cunt in my way. I mean, I can't help it. That's what I'd be thinking.
You're gonna think cyclists, because that's how you label things.
It's just a simplification of it.
I guess it's like person of color or colored person.
Well, I mean, like, it's stupid because like this is what you call pseudo scientific studies. I mean, cyclists. She's a professor, Eric. Yeah, she's a professor. She's a
professor.
Yeah, professor of what? Fucking
Queensland Uni, mate.
Yeah, she's a fucking.
I'm a professor.
The word cyclist dehumanizes people. I'm like, what does cyclist mean? Person riding a bike. What do you want to call them? People who ride bikes. Oh. It's like saying, people who don't like piano are dehumanizing pianists. We can't call them pianists anymore. We should call them people who play piano.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, that is genius.
But the other thing as well is like, this is a woman that's a professor at a university that's calling for words to be banned. You're at a fucking university, isn't there? No critical analysis involved.
Do you not understand the foundation in which you're standing upon, the platform that you've been given?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think tertiary education is really failing people just as much as the ongoing issues. Like, everyone's aware of the ongoing issues with primary and secondary education. And I suppose we're more aware of those because those are the education that we expect every person to have in Australia.
Yeah.
That's the basic education that everyone must have. And so we have a certain expectation. We're well aware of the issues, but I think people aren't really looking. Some people are. They're looking deeply into the issues with tertiary education. Like, who wasted money on this shit? We need to spread there's a quote. We need to spread the idea that those people, in brackets cyclists, could be any of us. there is a need to grow a culture of mutual respect for people on bikes.
I love how the fucking article, even when the professor refers to as people that ride bikes, they put in brackets cyclists.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, it's like
even the person writing the article is like, "No, fuck you, cunt. It's a cyclist."
It's a cyclist. It's like there's people, cyclists. Like,
the best part about this when I saw this article was there's a Facebook comment when it said experts call for cyclists to be banned because it denies people, and then Facebook comment said about what we should call them. It goes, "Yeah, what about changing the name to cunts?" Let's just call them cunts.
The funny thing is when I was reading that, it's like, have you ever read something that was in a voice? You'd be like, I know that voice. I don't need to, like, I can read the text instead of a voice. It's like, yeah, we should call them cunts.
You know, it's some Aussie fuckwit.
Yeah, they're a bunch of fat cats.
Oh, have you seen that video of this video is so fucking funny. So you guys can look it up on YouTube. It's a guy riding a car, like a guy in a car, and there's two guys on bikes. Except the bikes are not taking up the cycling lane. They're just riding on the fucking road. So the guy in the car
drives his truck down the fucking bike lane.
So he's driving down the bike lane. He's fucking yelling at the cyclist.
Yeah, it just goes, if you're not gonna fucking use it, what the fuck is it for, cunt?
And then the fucking people are like, yeah, pull over, mate, pull over. He's like, fuck off, and he drives off, and he drives back onto the road, and it turns out those guys are fucking cops, and they got fucking arrested.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were cops.
I didn't know that.
So he's giving him all this shit, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, you sick cunt. And then they're like, oh, the cops got him arrested. Off-duty cops.
Oh, man.
Poor cunt.
Oh, far out. Dudes and utes, man, they do crazy things. Dudes and utes. They do crazy things. Do you remember that video of that guy? He seems like a fucking like herd or a flock of like emus. And he just fucking like steps on it and like he's just running them over. And he's got like a video camera.
No.
He's going 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. He's just like fucking runs over like 9 of them. And then he just does a selfie. Just goes, yeah.
That's the most Aussie batshit bad thing, man. That's so bad.
I don't know though. It just looks so funny to me. Like I don't know why animals don't run to the side. Like this, it just reminds me of another video. I saw this ages ago. I think it was in like Canada or Alaska, and like it's like a freight train type thing. And there's this deer on the railroad, right? And they're trying to slow down, and they're beeping out like, "Please, no, don't, no, get off the tracks." No, and it just keeps running along the tracks, and you're just like, why don't you go sideways? The train can only follow the rail, and then eventually it just keeps following the tracks until it gets exhausted, and it gets run over, and the train driver's like, oh no. And I was just thinking to myself, I don't know, guys. If you believe in evolution, man, that was some fucking natural selection right
Some
there.
natural
man.
selection shit right there.
Look, man, you just gotta look at the NFL, right? It's all about lateral movement. You know,
Yeah.
side to side. You just gotta juke that train, bro.
So, there's a reason why animals are God's way of saying some nice, delicious food for you guys.
Yeah, look.
It serves up to you fresh.
Like the thing about animals, guys, if they weren't meant to be eaten, then why would they be made of food?
Exactly. Why are they so fucking delicious?
Guys, it's just logic, alright? They're made of food, so.
Nah, look, it's you don't want to eat meat. That's fine. I mean, but
that's pretty fucked up.
you're serving though, eh?
Let's be fair here. I don't condone running over animals.
You sure?
I could laugh, you know.
I'm gonna use my silence as a disagreement of your statement.
I'm just laughing at the absurdity of life. That's what I think. That's what I think it is.
I found it pretty funny that Aussie guy that was just like reveling in
That was fucking hilarious, dude.
He
was
got
such a
charged.
boat.
He got charged.
Yeah, he
Got
did. He
justice
was
there.
such a
You
bogey
can't run
cunt
over
there.
a bunch of idiots. Like it's a fucking video game.
Because he
It's
fucking
not gonna happen.
Snapchatted it. He's a fucking idiot, man. He was like 1, 2, 3, yeah.
Oh no. Oh, it's one of the worst videos. Okay. Look it up, guys, and you make your own judgment.
Yeah, look, make your own decisions, guys. Decide for yourselves. Think critically.
Don't run over animals and film it on Snapchat and wonder why it happens.
Oh, that's
Why you
so
got in
good.
trouble? What did I get in trouble for?
Oh,
I didn't do anything
I
wrong.
didn't do anything wrong. Just fucking birds.
So in some
more serious news, I guess.